Morning. I'm Deirdre Fitzpatrick.
And I'm Mike Cherry. It is a foggy one out
In
there.
some areas, it really is. Let's go ahead and check in now with KCRA3 meteorologist Eileen Dvorak in for Tamara today.
Yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag this morning. Some spots seeing fog, others not. And all of us are going to see some changes as we go through the day today, and especially this evening as rain will be arriving. Here's what it looks like on the satellite radar view. Weather system off the coast, and this main band here is what's going to be overhead as we get towards dinner time tonight and around sunset and thereafter as the rain really begins to fill in. But out ahead of it, we've got breaks in the clouds allowing for that fog to develop and a rather mild morning. And through most of today, it's just going to be mild and breezy, a mixture of clouds and sunshine. But once we get towards late today and this evening, the rain will be developing, certainly impacting your plans this evening. And overnight, snow will start to develop in the Sierra, and that's going to certainly impact travel. We think travel delays are likely during the overnight with chain controls up during the night. And once we get into Saturday, while that main band of rain breaks apart, we'll still have some lingering showers and maybe even an isolated thunderstorm tomorrow. That can't be ruled out as well. But let's focus in right now on what's ahead for Sacramento. Again, patchy fog this morning, some clouds, a little bit of sunshine through the day, mild temperatures getting into the 60s today. That southerly breeze picks up. We'll get some gusts maybe around 25 miles an hour by 2-3 o'clock this afternoon. And then look at the rain filling in towards sunset and towards dinner time. But if you're heading out on the roads right now, we are expecting that fog to linger through Sacramento and Sacramento International Airport towards the Woodland area and up towards Marysville this morning for a time. Same thing around Tracy. We've been seeing some pretty dense fog. We'll be looking at Futurecast to time out the rain coming up, but let's check in with Brian right now, see if any of the roads are impacted by the fog that's around.
Yeah, kind of an interesting shot here, Eileen, as we take a look at Interstate 80 making your way through Enterprise. You can see the fog has moved on from this area, but off in the distance you can see where it is starting to stack up a little bit there. As you go out across the causeway, you'll hit some heavier fog right around Childs. Coming in on Highway 50, we've got no problems out of Folsom, out of Roseville, Highway 65 area into downtown, 80 over the top, all looking good, and 5 and 99 so far. No problems here in the Sacramento area in terms of any incidents. Checking in on Stockton, looking good here. But then Eileen said on 580, 205 area, we're likely to see some fog, and well, here you go. There's the 205 junction at 580, and you can see some fog in the Caltrans camera here again, but we're not seeing any major delays on that stretch. We've got a 12-minute ride on 205, 19-minute ride on 580 and 99, 13-minute ride out of Modesto into Manteca. And here we are, Highway 50, Rancho Cordova, 10-minute ride there. 80 is a 9-minute ride. 5 and 99 at 11 minutes. Back to you.
All right, thank you. Some new information this morning in the case against the accused serial stabber in Davis. Carlos Dominguez has now been declared competent to stand trial.
Yeah, that is according to a new report from the state hospital that came in late last night, and after a court-appointed doctor had him deemed mentally unfit. KCRA3's Melanie Wingo is live at the Yolo County Courthouse in Woodland with what this means for the case against Dominguez.
Well, we have been tracking the developments in this story since the end of April, when those stabbings initially occurred throughout the city of Davis, and then on into the early weeks of May, when police finally caught up with and arrested Carlos Dominguez in connection to the stabbings. KCRA3, of course, was there during his competency trial in the early part of the summer. Then, as recently as 9 days ago, we learned from the DA's office that Dominguez could remain in a state hospital for another couple months. But we received those new developments in this story last night, and that is, we learned from the Yolo County District Attorney's Office that the court received a report from the state hospital that Dominguez has been restored to competency. This video is from Dominguez's competency trial in July. The district attorney's office telling KCRA3 Dominguez will be brought back to Yolo County for a court hearing next week. The DA's office says criminal proceedings will be reinstated if there are no challenges to Dominguez's mental competency report. Now, for the past several months, he has been being held at a state hospital in San Luis Obispo County while his competency has been being restored by officials at that state hospital. We expect to learn more about this case next week when Dominguez is scheduled to be back in court on January 5th. Reporting live from Yolo County, Melanie Wingo, KCRA 3 News.
All right, we thank you, Melanie. We appreciate that. In the meantime,
calls for Sacramento City Council member Sean Laloie to resign are growing louder. They now include the city's mayor and some of Laloie's own constituents. Now, outside Sean Laloie's Viva supermarket on Norwood Avenue, some called for the Sacramento City Council member to resign from his seat. A grand jury indicted Laloie on 25 counts of conspiracy, obstruction, and use of false immigration documents in connection with his Viva supermarket chain.
Enough is enough, so we need to really get him to resign peacefully and just let the next council people come up in here and try to mend and heal this community.
It's really tough to accept. I'm a little bit surprised that he hasn't gone on ahead and resigned and moved forward.
The majority of the city council has joined the mayor in calling for Laloie to step down. 5 members have said that they support the mayor's request that he resign.
A former Stockton Kings player is still in the Sacramento County Jail. Las Vegas police have a few more weeks to pick him up and take him to Nevada to face murder charges. Chance Comanche is accused of killing a woman earlier this month in Nevada. He did do a court appearance yesterday, but no changes were made to any of the arrangement. Court documents have alleged that the 27-year-old plotted the murder with Sakari Harnden, that's her there on the left, between basketball games. The two are accused of killing a 23-year-old Marina Rogers out of Washington State. Now, according to court documents, Rogers' remains were found covered by rocks in a ditch in a Nevada desert after Comanche told police where to find the body.
Switching gears now to our Commitment 2024 coverage. We're hearing from California's Secretary of State this morning after a Sacramento judge declared that Assemblyman Vince Fong can appear on the ballot twice.
He is running for state assembly and for former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy's congressional seat. Fong's attorney argued state law does not prohibit him from running for both offices. The judge said in court that she did not think that a specific rule applied in Fong's case because he is not running as an independent nominee. Weber's office is releasing this statement happening overnight, saying, "I strongly disagree with the outcome of this case, and I am gravely concerned about the consequences of today's ruling." She went on to say, "I do agree, however, with the court's expressed concern that the ruling may result in voter confusion and the disenfranchisement of voters if Fong is ultimately elected for both offices and does not retain one of them." Dr. Weber says she will be appealing the ruling. A certified list of candidates has already been issued that does include Fong's name as both a congressional candidate and an assembly candidate.
Meanwhile, in Maine, the state's top election official has removed former President Donald Trump from the state's primary ballot, citing the 14th Amendment's insurrectionist ban. KCR3's Amy Lew's in our Washington bureau to detail what happens next.
Trump's campaign says it will appeal, suspending the Secretary of State's decision until Maine's court system rules on the case. The Trump campaign releasing a statement overnight calling the cases against the former president a hostile assault on American democracy. The decision by Maine Secretary of State follows a ruling earlier this month by the Colorado Supreme Court that booted Trump from the ballot there under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. Maine Secretary of State, though, is the first election official to directly take action and remove Trump from the ballot.
The U.S. Constitution does not tolerate an assault on our government, on the foundations of our government, and the Maine election law and the Constitution required, indeed obligated me to act.
The U.S. Supreme Court will likely have the final word deciding whether Trump is eligible to return to the White House. In Washington, I'm Amy Liu, KCRA 3 News.
And the former president will be on California's primary ballot. This despite calls from the lieutenant governor to remove him. Trump will be one of 9 Republicans that will appear on that ballot.
Well, law enforcement is urging you to ring in the new year safely and responsibly. Another maximum enforcement period for the California Highway Patrol will start tonight, and it goes through Monday. It's all part of an effort to crack down on speeding and DUIs over the holiday weekend. Officers will also be looking for people who are not wearing seatbelts and who are distracted drivers. Last year during this time, officers did 570 DUI arrests. A little later this morning, the Highway Patrol will join us to talk about the maximum enforcement and how you can celebrate responsibly. That's coming up during our 8 o'clock hour. You can catch us over on My 58.
A man continues to recover in the hospital this morning after a crash in Sacramento County after a crash left his car overturned. Now, this happened off of Watt Avenue near Fair Oaks Boulevard in the Arden area. Photos from Sacramento Metro Fire show some of the heavy damage it sustained. Highway Patrol says a Chevy Spark was making a U-turn when a Toyota Camry broadsided it. That Chevy overturned. The driver of it was taken to the hospital with some major injuries. 2 people inside the Toyota were also taken with complaints of pain. No drugs or alcohol are suspected in the crash.